Hello friends, in the last video we have said that if a car wants to move in a circular path, there should be one force that is acting in the radial direction. And in that video we said friction is one way by which we can provide force in the radial direction. In other words, if you have a circular curve and there is sufficient friction, then car can basically move on that circular path. Basically, we derived expression for maximum velocity in case of a circular path having radius r and coefficient of friction mu s. Now, in this video, we'll see there is another possibility by which the car can move in a circular path even though there is no friction present on the track. So the topic of this video is rounding a banked curve. So the way by which we can make a car to turn into a circular path, one is by providing friction force. That is, friction force can provide a acceleration in the radial direction. Another way to provide a radial direction acceleration is normal reaction, that is by banking. So if we can make the curve banked, we can provide a radial direction force, or in other words, we can provide a radial direction acceleration. So this we will illustrate using this problem. So this problem says, for a car traveling at a certain speed, it is possible to bank a curve at just right angle so that no friction at all is needed to maintain the car's turning radius. So if we bank the curve, car can basically make a turn on this circular path. In that case, no friction is needed. Now the question comes, what is banking? So banking is basically tapering the curve, making a slope to the road. For example, you see in this case, this road has a slope. If you see the inner portion of the road, that is the inner part, is relatively at low level, low height. But if you see the outer part of this road has relatively more height. So there is a slope from inner radius or inner periphery to outer periphery. This slope that is provided on the road is called banking. So if we make the road little bit tilted, or if we make the road little bit banked, we can provide a force in the radial direction and the car can make the turn without any kind of slipping on that path. Question further says, then a car can safely round the curve even on the wet ice. So as I said, in such cases, if you have a proper banking, in that case, even though there is no friction, for example, you have a wet ice, car can make a turn safely. Your engineering firm planned to build a curve so that a car moving at a chosen speed v can safely make the turn even with no friction. So if you have a car and chosen speed is v, and if you want to make the turn properly, you can basically make this banking, and in that case you don't require any friction. If frictionless surface is there but you have sufficient banking, then your car with a speed v can make the turn safely. So question asks, at what angle beta should the curve be banked? So we have to find this angle beta, that is, at what angle this curve should be banked so that this road can be banked so that this car can make the turn safely. So what are the things that is given in this problem? So in this problem, we have been given velocity of car, we have been given radius of this curve, and mass of this car is also given. We have to find what is the banking angle beta. So let us discuss a little bit more about banking first. So as I said, in case of banking, the lower portion of the road is relatively, the inner portion of the road is at relatively lower height, and the outer portion of the road is relatively at higher height. For example, if I call this point as A and this point as B, and this is my ground, ground line, ground plane. So I can say this point is A and this point is B and this is my ground. So basically there is a slope from A to B. So this slope and this angle, you see, this angle is beta. So this angle is beta. So this angle and this angle. So this angle is here and this angle is beta. So now we have to find beta. So how will you solve this problem? So if you see, this problem is very similar to inclined plane. In fact, this looks like inclined plane. If you have a car here, this is nothing but inclined plane. So you have a car that is kept on an inclined plane. So first let us draw the free body diagram and then we will see how we can write equation of motion. So this is your banked road and here is your car. So forces are acting. Mg is acting in the downward direction. Normal reaction is acting in this direction. Now normal reaction will have two components. One component in this direction. So we can make the component along the x-axis. Let's call this axis as x and this axis as y. Why we are choosing x-axis in this direction? Because this is moving in a circle. So this car is moving in circle of radius r. Remember, this is the radius in which the car's center of gravity is moving, not the inner radius, not the outer radius of the road. So if this car is moving in this circle, this means there has to be a force that is acting along the radius, along the center of this circle. That's why I have to choose my axis along the center. So this is the x-axis that passes through the center of this circle. That is in the radial direction. And that's why we have chosen axes like this. Now this angle is beta. So once again this angle will be beta. If this is beta, then this is also beta. And then this will be 90 minus beta. And then this will be beta. So what I will do is, I will take components of normal reaction in x direction and in the y direction. So component of normal reaction in the x direction is n sin beta. And in the y direction, this is n cos beta. Now since I have taken the component, I can remove this normal reaction. Now let us write equation of motion. So we can write forces in the x direction is equals to mass into acceleration in the x direction, and x direction is the radial direction, so acceleration is nothing but v square by r. So you may remember, if something is moving in a circle, then acceleration in the radial direction is equals to v square divided by r, and that's why here I am writing v square by r. So what are the forces that is acting in the radial direction, that is x direction? That is n sin beta. So I can write n sin beta is equals to mv square by r. So this is my first equation. There is no friction present, and that's why we are only having only one force, that is component of the normal reaction along the x direction. Now we can write summation of Fy is equals to mass into acceleration, and in this case acceleration is 0, so this is simply 0. So what are the forces that is acting in the y direction? So one force is n cos beta, that is in the positive y direction, and mg in the downward direction, that is minus mg, and acceleration is 0. So from here I can write n is equals to mg divided by cos beta. So this gives me the second equation. Now if you see little bit closely these two equations, basically you see there are two components of normal reaction. The x component basically is responsible for the circular motion. So n sin beta is responsible for this circular motion. So object is moving in this circular motion. So x component is responsible for the circular motion. And y component of the normal reaction basically balances the weight. So this is an important point in this case. Now there are two unknowns in this problem. First is normal reaction, another is beta. So we have two equations, so we can solve for these two unknowns. We have solved for n using equation 2. Now we can plug into equation 1. So from 1 I can write n sin beta, and n is nothing but mg divided by cos beta, and this multiplied by sin beta is equals to mb square divided by r. M cancels out, then I can write g tan beta is equals to v square by r. So from here I can write tan beta is equals to v square by rg or gr. So in other words, beta is equals to tan inverse v square divided by gr, or same can also be written as arc tan v square by gr. So we calculated the banked angle beta. That was my target. So banked angle beta is equals to tan inverse v square by gr. So this is my banked angle. So you see one important point, this banked angle, this means how much banking you have to make to provide a velocity. It depends upon two things. It depends upon what velocity you want to provide and what is the radius of the curve in which car is moving. So beta depends upon, that is beta is a function of velocity. What is the desired velocity and what is the radius of the circle in which the car is moving. One another point, for a given beta, let's say if I fix my beta and radius is also fixed, then I will have only one velocity. So for a given beta, so this means if beta is given, then I will have only one velocity. That is possible. But in practice, when you have a circular path or circular track, car can move with different velocities. Then for which velocity I should design my curve? So I know my beta and I know the radius, but I don't know the velocity for which basically I should design the curve, because there are multiple velocities are possible. From this expression I am getting only one velocity, but in practical life car can move with different velocities. You can travel with different velocity, your friend can goes with a different velocity. So there are different possible velocities. There is a range of possible velocity. So what should I write on the board so that people can follow that velocity? So generally the design velocity is the average velocity. So we take the average speed and equate with this velocity, and correspondingly we calculate the beta. So if beta is known, this velocity, whatever the velocity that is coming, we say this is the average velocity and that is the design velocity. So I can say for designing of highway and railroads, generally the average speed is taken as the banking, for banking. So we bank my curve based upon the average speed. So I know average speed. So I know the average speed. So this means average speed is known to me. Then I can calculate the beta, that is the banking. Now we will illustrate this banking with one numerical example. For example, this is the same example that we did in the previous videos. This is 230 meters. So let us say radius is given 230 meter, velocity is 25 meter per second, and then we have to basically design for beta. So we have to calculate this banking angle beta. So we can write beta is equals to tan inverse b square, in this case 25 meter per second square, this divided by z, that is 9.8 meter per second square, and this multiplied by, that is radius, that is 230 meter in this case. So from here I can calculate beta, and this turns out to be 15 degree. So if I want to make a curve of radius 230 meter and the speed is fixed, that is average speed is 25 meter per second, then I have to bank this curve by 15 degree. This means the inner radius and inner periphery and outer periphery will have a some kind of height, and this angle will be 15 degree. So in this video we learned how we can use concept of banking for moving a car into the circular motion without any kind of slipping or skidding. So the main concept is the normal reaction that is provided by the incline has two components. One component is responsible for the circular motion and other component is responsible for the balancing the weight. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoy, please share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. For the time being, thank you. I will see you next. Bye.